Dawn Squad in the house, stand up, salute. We're going to be talking about the trailer for Batman. Now, that trailer was released last night, and it's got a lot of comic book fans hyper, okay? And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions of the trailer, of the initial trailer. But before we begin, there's a lot of stuff I want to tackle and address. When we found out that Robert Pattinson was going to play Batman, and for all those who don't know who he is, he was in the Twilight series. He was also in a handful of other movies. When they picked him as the role of the Batman, a lot of people were puzzled and confused, like, okay, how he's going to portray Batman? Obviously, he's going to have to add more muscles on his body, okay? Because if you look at him, he's like, he's very slender, and a lot of people thought that he wasn't going to be able to pull off the role of the Batman, because a lot of people are in this false misconception of the Batman has to be muscular, he has to have the agility of a cheetah, and this, that, and the third. He has to look like a monster with a cape, and then he also said he wasn't going to do that, and he's going to, he was going to work out, but he wasn't going to work out to that extreme. And the only actor who really did that, who you can tell that was sitting in the weight room, in the gym near you, was Ben Affleck when he portrayed Batman. Okay, but if you look at Michael Keaton, you look at Val Kilmer, if you look at George Clooney. If you look at those characters and those actors who portrayed Batman, they wasn't all that muscular. They didn't look like they was all that physical fit. Okay, well, as far as being this weightlifter, this extreme weightlifter with a gym addiction problem. But other than that, and I forgot the guy who played Batman. I can't think of his name right now. I apologize for that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get roasted in the comment section. A lot of people are going to be saying his name in the comment section. I apologize. But even when he played Batman, even though he was physical fit, he didn't look like he had muscles on top of muscles. Okay, so Robert Pattinson is going to be playing Batman. Okay, and from the initial trailer, you can tell that the Batman universe is going to be dark, sinister. It's going to be modern day, sort of like the Joker. If you haven't seen the Joker, I suggest go cop that movie. It's sort of set in that time format. It's going to, it's darker clouds. Even in the daytime scenes, it looked like it was raining. In those scenes, but even the daytime scenes look kind of dark and sinister of that nature. Okay, when you look at the Batman's suit, also this movie is going to be set in the Batman universe of the long Halloween universe. Okay, which I thought that would have been a perfect scenario for them to rediscover and reintroduce Batman. Okay, so let's get into the when you look at the bat suit, and you compare it to the other movies on Batman, those suits look futuristic. Okay, look like when you look at them, you look at them and you go, there's no way, no how he can, you can fit in that type of suit in today's times. Okay, this suit looks like it's been pieced together. Look like he's been all over every department store. He had combat boots on he had black combat boots on, basic pants, even the cape. You know how the cape would stretch. It had a mind of its own. Some days it would be short, other days it would be long, and this, that, and the third. The cape sort of fits the narrative of the suit. It's not going to be flocking and flying all over the place. Okay. And they also said that this Batman is going to be focusing more on his detective skills, which I feel like Robert should be able to pull that off. Now, when you hear him talk as Batman, he sounds very convincing, okay? Which which is not hard to do to that part of Batman. I felt like that's not really hard to do. Just have a deeper tone in your voice instead of using some type of digital thing, to cover your real voice. I felt like that was very convincing. The fight scenes, everybody's going bananas on the fight scenes, but when you really pay attention to the fight scenes, they're not like karate or kung fu type fight scenes where he's flipping all over the place. They're really grounded fight scenes, sort of like type of fight scenes that you get from UFC. When he was fighting one of the thugs, that was very convincing, and that was all done by him. There was no body double, or one scene shows the back of Batman's head and this, that, and the third. So obviously, he's been, obviously he's been doing a lot of hand-to-hand combat. Okay. And from that scene, you can tell maybe Batman's going to be more grounded. He's not going to be all over the place doing flips and climbing on stuff and things of that nature to apprehend the criminal. Okay, so this is going to be more of a grounded Batman, in my opinion. Now, the Batmobile looks like a basic Charger with a lot of with a lot of future stuff on the back of it. Okay, looks like a basic average car to me. Okay, at first when I saw this, I wasn't too fond or happy of the Batmobile, but it kind of grows on you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a real big deal when you look at it. And when you look at the Batcave, normally on the other Batman movies, the Batcave was always underneath the mansion. This underneath something. This Batcave looked like you could just pull up. It looked like it's from some old dam. And it has that type of scenario with it. But it looks like it's top level where you don't. It's not grounded or anything. And inside the Batcave, it's like a basic abandoned area, okay, that has the Batmobile. And a lot of people are not talking about this, but there was like another vehicle that was on top of something, and it was a lot bigger than the Batmobile. Could that be like the Bat Tank? Could that be like the Bat Truck? We don't know. Are they even going to use this? Until we see the whole movie, we really don't know. Now, Catwoman. I mean, and let me fall back for a minute. All the characters in the Batman universe were believable, okay? They didn't go to the extreme to try to fit a square in a round hole, okay? Commissioner Gordon, I like the act. I mean, whoever chose the actors to play these characters, I mean, they really did a phenomenal job, okay, with Commissioner Gordon, Catwoman. I believe Harvey Dent's going to be in this Batman, but I feel like that's going to be like I think that's going to be the first killer. I mean, the first victim that dies. Okay. That's just my opinion from watching the trailer. I could be totally wrong about it. Okay. But I feel like, Harvey Dent is going to be the first victim. Okay. And this mystery villain, and obviously it's not going to be the Riddler. It's not going to be the Joker. I forgot. I had the villain in my head, and he comes from the Long Halloween edition of Batman. And they're going to be introducing that character. I also feel like with the Joker, as well as the Batman, I don't think these two are going to be, intertwined together, okay? Even though there was some subtleties to it in the Joker, I felt like, those two characters, even though they're in this universe, they haven't been introduced yet, or they're going to try to somehow not introduce these two characters because, there was subtleties to Bruce Wayne in the Joker, but it wasn't, he was all over the place in the movie where they was trying to reintroduce Bruce Wayne, his origin into becoming Batman, as well as the Joker. There's some subtleties of the Joker, like some of the thugs had, obviously Joker must have been a huge fan of theirs, and so you don't know where they're going with the relationship between Batman and the Joker, which to me that's the best hero villain relationship by far on any comic book level, and that including Marvel and DC. Okay, I felt like those. I mean, I'm sure that somehow, some way, these two worlds will collide. Okay, maybe in the sequel, or maybe it's going to be in the series of Batman. Okay, so the movie looked real dark, real sinister, like it was raining, like they filmed it in Seattle, where it rains all night and it rains all day. Even the daylight scenes were dark. Okay, looked sinister. Looked like it was a cloudy. There was no sunshine. There was no sunny days in this world, and there was no clear nights in this world. It was always dark, sinister, like it's getting ready to storm or it's already storming. Okay, like a storm was brewing over the horizon of the city. Okay, and I kind of like that. Okay, but I'm trying to think of other things that I noticed about this movie. This movie is going to be one of those type of movies that a lot of people are going to go to the movie theaters. Now, they also said at the end of that particular movie that is coming to a theater near you, which means you're not going to be able to watch Batman through the streaming services. Okay, I don't know. Is that because this was an old trailer? And, they didn't have time to also add, you can also stream this movie. And I think Wonder Woman is going to be either in the movie theaters or you can stream it. Okay. And I'm not 100% sure on Wonder Woman 1984. Okay. So, but other than that, I was thoroughly entertained by this movie. I think this movie has a lot of promise, has a lot of growth and development. And I feel like there's going to be characters that people are going to be intertwined with it. And, there's going to be a lot of origin stories in this movie, obviously. Okay. They even said in this movie, they go into depth into why Bruce Wayne became Batman. Okay. Why Selena Proud became Catwoman. So they got a lot of main stories setting up in this universe. Okay. And are they going to be quick to the point? And I kind of hate that when you try to introduce a bunch of characters in one movie, because they don't have enough time to really go into depth and to go into detail on how they're setting these characters up on their origin background. Okay, so when you got that many characters and you want to do origin backgrounds behind those characters, why those characters became the characters who they are, okay, that's a clusterfuck to me. Okay, so I don't know. This director, he may he may figure out a way how to do this. Or they may show bits and pieces, and they'll show the rest of the origin on these characters on the next edition of Batman. Obviously, this is going to be a 3 or 4 movie type deal, and DC has also said that all these movies are going to be connected. Okay, so eventually, when they do make the Justice League, if they're thinking about making the Justice League, these characters are going to portray those iconic hero characters in the DC universe. Okay, these actors and actresses are going to continue portraying these characters. Okay, so that's what I got from that movie. I mean, from the Batman. I'm sorry, from the Batman. I thought it was an excellent, excellent movie. And I can't wait till we can finally go to the movie theaters and check this movie out. Okay, guys, you know what you gotta do. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.